Hey everybody, what's up? It's time for your Monday morning hangout. I am Bartram, your host, bringing you news, information, motivation, and amazing people. And speaking of amazing people, I have a gentleman on the phone today. He is the Vice President of Sales in the United States of America, and he is the one and only Mr. Kenny Lloyd. Hello, sir. How you doing today?
Hey, Clark, I'm doing fantastic, man. Very good for a Monday morning.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So I see you got, what are you drinking there this morning?
Hey, man, I got to have my ISO tea, okay? I drink mine a little warm, so
Okay.
in my ISO cup.
There you go. It's all about branding. It's all about getting the name out there and sharing this great opportunity with so many people. And I couldn't think of a better person to have on today's hangout than you, because you really are, sir, building a team. And you really made that very obvious to me when I had the privilege of speaking with you off air and you just sharing with me your heart, how it's not about you at all. It's really about the team and the team that you're building. So before I get into my questions, can you talk a little bit about team and the importance of that?
Well, as we talked, Clark, you were talking about, Kenny, you built this team, and I told you, I said, no, I did not build this team. I'm just a part, of the puzzle. And it's a group of people, very sharp people, very committed people that started this journey with me. We had Erwin and Twyla Portis, Greg and Lanika Scott, and then my wife and I, Shantae, who my wife you don't really get a chance to see much, but she does the grunt work in the background. So it's us. It's a group of people that have really worked our butts off to get us to where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, behind every great man, there really is a great woman, and we would be remiss if we didn't recognize the fact that we understand that. Without our wives, we're really nothing. And I'm very proud to say I've been married to the same woman for 26 years, and she supports me in everything that I do. So that's the beauty of what we do in this industry, is we have the opportunity to work as a family, work from home, and I can see you're in your home office there. And before, again, now I'm looking in the background, I have to ask you about the lingerie I'm seeing back there. So let's talk about that for a second, and we'll get into some of these issues with what's going on in the company.
Don't get nervous, Clark. I don't have any strange habits. It's business.
Hey.
Hey, but we have here one of our flagship products here, one of our compression garment line, one of our pieces, man. And you notice I also have the T in there. And I keep it there because I want to make sure that I never forget for one moment that it is about the T first and the garment second, okay? It's a two-step system that's going to take the world by storm. I cannot wait until the end of this month when we release these garments in this two-step system. It's just going to take our businesses to a whole nother level, man. We're going to be able to touch a lot more people in a lot of different cities and a lot of countries. We've been traveling the world. Jack and I have been to Bogota, Colombia. We've been to Peru. We're going to El Salvador because everybody wants to know about the garments. And, man, it's going to be incredible, but it's a two-step system. We work from the interior to the exterior.
Yeah. Jack mentioned on one of his videos that I watched before that people want to see immediate results, and that's how people respond so quickly to the opportunity that Total Life Changes represents. And I couldn't think of two better products than the tea. We all know, I mean, we'll make this call quick because you're sipping your nice warm tea this morning. You're going to be running to the restroom in a little bit, getting cleansed and detoxified, and then you can put on the garments and really get that slimming effect. Now what TLC and Total Life Changes is doing is creating this whole, like you said, two-step system that is, it starts with that, but it's so much deeper than that, and we could get into all that, but we won't, because I want to jump back into when Jack and I were talking last week. We talked about some of the issues that are happening right now with what you mentioned, this massive growth that the company is having, and you say take the world by storm, and that's what's going on. But with that comes some challenges. And I want to ask you one question specifically that I've noticed about you. And, it seems to me, Kenny, that a lot of people panic in this situation of growth. It's like, what? Supply and demand. It's about how much you can supply the demand that's out there. And we all know, if we're just being honest, and you're a bottom line guy like me, that it is a little slow right now getting the tea out, only because the opportunity is so great. Now, what I want to ask you is this, and what I've noticed, and I'm watching you on Facebook, man, you're cool. You're laid back, you're relaxed, you're not overreacting, you're smooth and steady and calm. How do you do that, and what would be your encouragement to everybody else out there to have that same kind of Kenny coolness?
You know, I think it's about leadership, and one of the important things about leadership is that I always share that how can someone teach you something, you know, or help elevate you to somewhere that they've never been, okay? And we have the benefit of being here before. I've been at the helm of a company where we are now. Myself, the Portises, and the Scotts, we've worked with the company. Denise Lee, who's a global, Brian Huff. I mean, our core leadership group, we've all worked with the company that was exactly where we are now, right before the wave hit and people started making tremendous amounts of money. So, you know what? These are exciting times. And I tell everybody that for me, it's good because, you know, you want to be in a situation where it's difficult for the company to keep up with sales. I mean, it lets me know we're doing a tremendous job, but corporate is doing a tremendous job too. I had the pleasure of sitting in there, Clark, with them for 2 days. And look, my intention was to spend 8 hours a day. The second day, I can only do 5 because I could never do what they do. I have to applaud them because what they do is tremendous on a daily basis. But listen, we are on the brink of abundance. There's a season for everything, and right now we're in the season of growth, and with growth comes pain, and we're really identifying who our core leadership group is, really, because you know everybody wants to be in a ground floor, you know, opportunity, but everybody's not equipped to deal with the challenges that are associated with ground floor. Right now, our next wave of 100,000 heirs are being developed. You know, we're going to come out with something very soon that's going to recognize the first group of people who are doing $100,000 a month in TLC, which is tremendous. But if you look at them, it's not just Kenny that's cool. I'm cool because they're cool, okay? And they make my job a lot easier. So, hey, man, when you've been there, it's deja vu. When you've been there before, you already know what to expect, and it's predictable. So, man, if what happens next is anything like what happened in that previous opportunity, hey, man, I'm sitting here with a calculator counting my money, okay? And everybody else should be too.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, I've been around this game for a while, and I love seeing the leadership. I love the fact that not only are you cool and calm, but so driven, you're also approachable. You're not one of these guys who puts yourself out there on this, you know, hierarchy of, hey, I'm, you know, this leader. You made it very clear to me. It's like, Clark, it is not about me at all. It's about this team and how I can help other people create wealth as well. But with that creation of wealth comes the opportunity to change people's lives. And that's really what I'm seeing from all of your team in Team USA and the posts that they're making. You know, Stormy Wellington, I'm seeing saying, you know, I want to help 1,000 families reach a 6-figure income. And then you got Jaleel Coleman out there with a smaller team who's saying, I want to help 100 families make a 6-figure income. So these people are all seeing the opportunity, but not at the expense of the people that they're serving. And that's what I love about this opportunity. So that leads me into my next question. Now, this position of VP of Sales is new to you, and I congratulate you on your success and where you're going. But with that comes a lot of responsibility other than being cool Kenny, you know, doing what you do. You, like you said, we're in the corporate. You took it upon yourself to fly out there to Detroit, sit in the freezing cold weather in a warehouse and watch what people are doing. And the beauty of Jack Fallon and what he does is he's open to your leadership and your experience and saying, Kenny, how can we create a better flow of communication between corporate and the field? And I know you've implemented some of those things. Can you talk to the people about that a little bit so they can maybe be at ease about how we're going to communicate with them better as to these growth possibilities?
But you know what? You know, Clark, what happens is that I go to the field, you know, because, you know, you never want to be the smartest person in the room. And we have a group of very bright minds. And so I always go to the field and I talk to certain people and get their input on what do they think we could do to make things better here, because it's important that they have skin in the game. They have to know that, listen, that their voice counts. So one of the things that we know from our previous experiences is communication is essential. You know, I mean, through the good times, the bad times, things must be communicated. So we're going to be setting up an office here in Houston, Texas. And the beautiful thing about it is that, Jack and Rosa, and I have to shout out to Rosa, our mentor, because I mean, I just don't know what I would do without Rosa. I mean, Rosa is she is the pulse of the company. She's the spirit. She understands what's going on in the field, as does Jack. It's a beautiful thing to have Jack. Jack is a field guy. A lot of CEOs are corporate guys. They don't really have a heart for the field. But, Jack is such a field guy that he makes the corporate guys in-house nervous, okay? And and he listens to us. So we talked about setting up a system where we would have an office, and we're working on that now. That's going to happen very soon. We're going to have 5 girls in there working, and I don't want to be chauvinistic, but we're going to have 5 people in there working, and they're going to be VIP. And we're going to establish some VIP lines that national directors and above can submit their tickets directly to these highly and well-trained people that are going to be working in this office. And we have a couple that are bilingual, so we will be able to address everyone, but you will be able to submit your support ticket directly to them, and we will have some that will be handling ranks. If you have an issue with hitting your rank, if there's a problem or something, you have somebody dedicated to that. Customer service problems with product, not receiving product. But you know what? The beautiful thing about it is that, look, we're going to be able to, with customer service, I don't care what you say, it's impossible for customer service to keep up with the kind of growth we have. All we can do is put a group of professional people that can address the issues professionally, that are well adept at what's going on with the products and well trained. So this system is going to be incredible because it's going to really set a funnel. It's going to create a funnel that is going to be well orchestrated, well organized, where a lot of things won't get lost in translation. So we're very excited about that, Clark.
As I'm listening to you, I see another advantage of having that VIP line, as you called it. It gives people in the field incentive to reach the next pin level, because who doesn't want that VIP treatment? Who doesn't want to have direct access to a highly trained group of individuals that can get their support ticket moving through right away? But listen, it's not about anyone else being any lower or anything like that. Like Kenny just said, it's about being able to handle the rapid growth. So you guys have an opportunity right now to see this one way or the other. We're having massive growth. And when Kenny and I talked, he said, hey, everybody wants to be on this opportunity where a company's blowing up. So we can't look at it like, oh, they're not getting the tea out or this. You have to see it on the side of you are in the right place at the right time for the right reason, like Jack Fallon says, to create the life of your dreams. Kenny, I did a call with one of your team members this morning, Ms. Jackie Huff, out of North Carolina, and the amount of dings that I heard getting on that call, I started getting a little bit nervous, man. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. People from all over the place. I'm like, whoa, man, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? But when I settled in, and I just said, listen, all I want to do is support you. All I want to do is be here and help. And I'm hearing the same thing from you, a gentleman that's risen to the top of the game, and you're sitting there saying, all I want to do is support. All I want to do is help, because the more I support and help, the better off it's going to help me. So you guys really need to see the big picture. And I want to close with this final question, Mr. Kenny. Last week I asked Jack in closing, I said, hey, what is your vision? What's your vision for this coming up year? Where do you see the company and yourself and your team going? So in closing, what would you say to everybody out there that you see happening in the future with Total Life Changes?
What I see happening in the future is already happening. Like Clark, Jack and I, we talked, several months ago, and we talked about one team, one dream, 100 million in sales by December 31st, 2015. Well, I lied. I was wrong, because we're approaching that now. We're going to hit that number in the next 3 months, and that is crazy, okay? It's just crazy. But what I see is this. You have a lot of different leaders that have different aspirations for their people. People talk about creating millionaires, creating 100,000aires. For me, it's about becoming significant. I said last year when we first started that TLC was going to be the most significant company in network marketing in 2015. And what is going to make us, what is now making us significant, is the fact that we are helping so many families across the country earn an extra $5,000 a month. You know, and Clark, $5,000 a month, man, that's 60,000 expendable dollars in your budget, and that is life-changing money. Because you know you have to earn 5,000, you got to earn 60,000 a year before you can earn 100,000 a year. So it's a progressive step, but we have a tremendous amount of people doing that. So for me, our goal really is 50,000 families in 5 years. You know, we want to touch 10,000 families a year and show those 10,000 families how to earn an extra $5,000 residually per month. You know, and look, we know that we're going to have some that are going to do 60,000 a year. We know we're going to have some doing 5,000 a month. We have people now doing much more than that. And I don't want to get into income claims and disclosures, but man, we are changing lives now. People are joining our company today, and 3 weeks later, man, they're earning checks, and that's important. And I got to shout out to my daughter, Sierra Lloyd, who just hit the rank of executive, and I'm very proud of her, Clark. I got to say, because a lot of people think because she's daddy's girl that she's elevating, but look, she's doing the grunt work. She's getting it on her own. Anybody that talks to her, they will see that she's 27 years old, and she's a reflection of what we want, because there's a whole generation of I say kids, and they're not kids, young adults that are just graduating from school, and they're graduating into the American nightmare. They have student loans. They have these big dreams, but they have no way to fund these dreams. And the beautiful thing about it is that TLC is paving a way and creating an opportunity for this youth to begin to fund their dreams. So, man, look, we have so many big things in store. Atlanta, Georgia coming up July 16th and 17th. You do not want to miss that. You want to get your tickets. The website will be up very soon, where you'll be able to go directly to the website, purchase your tickets. Our goal is to have 5,000 people at this event. And when that happens, Clark, we're going to explode at the seams, man. So, hey, man, the future is so bright, man. I need my sunglasses on to see it, okay? You wonder why my glasses are always tinted? Because the future is so bright, man, and my eyes hurt if I don't have them on, okay? So, look, man, I appreciate what you're doing. This Monday morning hangout is going to be so great for the company, because it's so important that there's communication from corporate to the field, man. And I've got a chance to see you firsthand. I want to welcome you aboard. Thank you for all that you're doing. And, man, we look forward to really doing big things together.
Man, you give me chills over here, sir. You really are. I mean, I'm so fired up, and I'm at the right place at the right time for the right reason. You heard it from the man himself, Mr. Kenny Lloyd, as cool as he can be, and that's why he's got to wear the shades. Hey, everybody, go out there and help people make total life changes. We will see you next Monday. Make it a great day.
See ya.